Winter is here, and today I'm sharing 10 viral fashion trends for winter 2024 that you absolutely need in your wardrobe. These are the styles taking over TikTok, Instagram, and the runways, so you don't want to miss them. If you've been watching my videos, you know that I'm a big fan of a capsule wardrobe and elevated basics that will last the test of time. But what I've done is I've curated the top 10 fashion trends this winter that I think that could potentially spice up your wardrobe and could be items that you could incorporate into your existing wardrobe if you wanted to do so. If you like fashion, then don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and feel free to follow me on Instagram, and let's get straight into today's video. First up, oversized coats are back, and in a big way, literally. Think dramatic, structured silhouettes that really elevate a winter outfit, whether you're wearing something like some tailored trousers or you're going for a power suit look this winter. If you want something that's leaning more towards, versatility and getting a lot of longevity, I would opt for oversized coats or large structured jackets that are in a neutral tone. So we're talking about colors like blacks, whites, creams, and navies. Oh, and also of course like a nice dark brown. Brown is definitely the color of the season. And by going for like a neutral color, you're going to be able to get a lot of wear out of your coat. But I have really loved some of the more dramatic looking coats this season for a bit of fun. So I was having a look at Pinterest before, and I found some really amazing winter coats that are loud, but they're also kind of classic at the same time. One of my favorites that I came across was this beautiful pink jacket, which I will pop up on the screen. I think that the lines actually make it quite elegant, even though pink is quite a loud color. Pink actually is a color that's trending at the moment. And again, this is a little bit extra, or a lot extra, but because of that sort of tartan look, it does kind of remind me of an old-fashioned coats that you might see in the UK and that sort of thing. So I think that we can actually have a lot of fun with our outwear. I think that a jacket, it's not really something that you need to style too much, because your jacket kind of takes over the whole outfit when it's a really long one. So I think that going for a loud color like a pink or a blue or a red can actually be quite a bit of fun in winter, especially if you're sick of just wearing black all the time. But again, it totally depends on sort of like your wardrobe needs and what you feel most comfortable in. I know sometimes we don't feel that comfortable wearing super light, like loud, bold prints, especially if we live in smaller cities or villages or in small towns. Sometimes, you can get a bit of side eye. But at the same time, if you've got your eye on something bold and colorful and it makes you feel good and you feel pretty in it, I say go for it. Really, there are no rules in fashion, but big coats are definitely on trend this season, so if you want to give it a go, now is the time. Okay, the second trending item this winter season is bold, chunky winter scarves. I have seen a lot of really colorful scarves gracing the Instagram feed of late, and also runways. Personally, I do tend to prefer a more neutral scarf because, again, I'm all about versatility and mixing and matching items in my wardrobe. But at the moment, I am seeing a lot of quite bold printed scarves, like almost like rainbow colors or, funny color combinations. It's very on trend. This can actually add a point of interest to your outfit. And if you are wearing a neutral outfit like all black or all white or all cream or all navy, then adding a statement scarf could actually look really fantastic. It can be a bit of fun. Obviously, if you like to wear color all of the time, maybe it's not the best idea to go and spend a ton of money on a super colorful scarf, because you're going to have a lot of clashes going on. So if you are interested in wearing color, I'd opt for maybe more neutral tone scarves. But if you like to wear neutrals more of the time, maybe opting for a really colorful, trendy scarf this season could be a way to spice up your winter wardrobe. The next trend this winter are knee-high boots. And I actually really like knee-high boots that are flat and do not have a heel. One, for practicality. I believe in winter months, the sidewalks are extremely slippery and you need as much grip as you can possibly get, because you don't want to fall over in the snow or the mud. It's just awful. So I prefer flat knee-high boots for that reason. But also, I think they look really elegant and really chic, and they kind of remind me of something that maybe Kate Middleton would wear when she's out in the country. But with a modern twist, I think that the knee-high boot, or flat knee-high boot, my particular favorite, looks wonderful with a range of outfits, whether you're pairing it with a pair of jeans, wearing it with a nice maxi skirt, wearing it with some tailored trousers. I mean, the list is pretty endless. I think they really elevate an outfit, and they're such a nice item to have in winter, and it does add a layer of warmth. So I think out of all the trends that I'm sharing today, this is actually quite a practical trending item. I think it's great to have a pair of boots in winter, and it also stops your feet getting wet. Like if you wear sneakers, sometimes the rain gets through depending on the kind of materials. So I think that this is a great option for winter. Okay, the next trend I want to talk about, and I can't believe I'm saying this, is faux fur. Faux fur is really making a comeback. I have seen a lot of influencers wearing faux fur. It is all over Pinterest, it's all over TikTok, and it's honestly a little bit reminiscent of the recent mob wife aesthetic, which I don't know how much I really like that aesthetic, but I do kind of like the faux fur jackets in winter. There's something really classy and old Hollywood about them. I think they look absolutely gorgeous when done with, like, you know, a tasteful cut, because not all fur jackets or faux fur jackets are made the same. There's a big difference between wearing something that looks a bit more slim fitting versus wearing something that's like cropped and oversized and just kind of makes you look a bit like Big Bird. So I'm going to share some options on the screen that I really like this winter, and I think with going with faux fur, personally I would stick to colors that are sort of like neutral and dark tones, like, you know, in browns, in grays and whites and blacks, that sort of thing. I think that when we buy faux fur in like pinks and bright colors, it can unfortunately look a little bit less polished, and sometimes it looks cheap. So I think that, yeah, if you want a faux fur that looks expensive, I'd probably go for like the more authentic colors, so to speak, just if you want to have that more expensive elevated look this winter. The next trend this winter are wool or knit maxi skirts. These are everywhere, and I really love a maxi skirt, like in a knit or like a wool or something, paired with a matching jumper and some boots. I think that this is such a gorgeous look and very practical, because obviously in winter it can be absolutely freezing depending on where you live. So I think that this is a great combo. I love a maxi skirt anyway. It's a bonus if you can find one in like a knitted sort of material or a wool. They look great with knee-high boots, which we touched on earlier, and I can totally see why this is trending at the moment. Personally, with a skirt, I'd probably opt for a knit in a dark color, like maybe like a black, or even like a really dark brown or chocolatey sort of brown color. And the reason is because in winter, in public transport, sometimes there's a bit of mud and things can be, you know, wet from the rain and the weather. You don't want to be wearing a color like white, which might pick up dirt and things, because wool and like knitted items are actually really hard to wash. So I guess you want to opt for colors that maybe can hide a few marks just for as long as possible. Next, I want to talk about the color red, which has absolutely dominated the runways this season. Red is a power color, so if you want to explore wearing a bit of red this winter season, a pop of color can be really fun, not only in a coat but also in accessories. So some red boots, some red jewelry, a red headband, a red scarf. I mean, the list is really endless. So you don't have to wear top to toe red to embrace this trend, but maybe like a subtle way to incorporate it will be, you know, with a bright red scarf or some red heels or a red handbag or something like that. Red can be a hard color to style sometimes, and that's what I have found personally, but I do like the look of red and black, and also red and grey. Red and white can also look really nice, so I'll show some of those color combinations on the screen so you know what I'm talking about. But personally, I have a red trench coat I've had for literally, it's a woolen trench coat, and I've had it for about 10 years, and it's lasted so well, and I always get compliments on it when I wear it. I will try and find an old photo of me wearing it and pop it somewhere on the screen. So red could be a really fun way to add some color into these dreary winter months if you so desire. Another trend for winter 2024 is elevated loungewear. Now, loungewear is not a new thing thanks to COVID. I think that loungewear is an industry that just really took off because we had to be at home all the time. But I guess obviously in winter we tend to stay home a little bit more because we're not going out and having picnics or going and sitting outdoors and having drinks because it's really cold and rainy and awful. So we tend to spend more time at home, but obviously we want to be warm and we want to be comfortable, but we don't want to look like, as Khloe Kardashian puts it, a slob kebab. So what do? we wear elevated loungewear. So to me, elevated loungewear is like, you know, matching sets. It looks a bit more elevated than your pajamas, and I love a good neutral tone, like an off-white or a cream or a light brown. I think loungewear in those colors looks so lovely, especially during winter. And it's a way to still be cozy and comfortable when you're at home, when you want to just relax, but it's a way to dress up at home without having to like go the full enchilada, but you still look put together if the mailman comes to the door, because it's very embarrassing if the mailman comes to the door and you're still in your pajamas, it's got like a stain on it and like your hair's crazy, and you know, we've all been there. But yes, elevated loungewear is definitely trending this season. You can get loungewear literally everywhere and anywhere at every price point, but maybe treat yourself this winter and buy a matching set in some high quality material that's going to keep you warm and not lose its shape after just a few washes. The next trend that is in this winter season is leather. Leather is everywhere at the moment, and I'm not just talking about like leather bags, I'm talking about leather jackets, leather pants, leather accessories, you name it. Now, I am a big fan of a leather jacket. I think they make a great wardrobe staple and they can go with so many different outfits. And I'm actually really liking the sort of longer looking jackets. So typically, I think we've all kind of seen, you know, like the leather bomber jacket type thing, or like the biker jacket, I think I'm trying to say, which is a great style to have. It's a great wardrobe staple. But I'm really liking the longer style, almost like a blazer sort of style leather jacket. I think they look really smart, really sophisticated, and just a little bit more feminine than the biker style of jacket. Not that there's anything wrong with the biker style, I think it's still a great style, but I really like the more blazer style leather jackets that are out at the moment. They're very cool, very trendy. You can obviously get all of this in pleather if you don't want to buy real leather. And I think leather pants also are a really cool option to have, but just one thing, be careful and don't stand too close to open flames this winter season, because I remember this one time I was wearing pleather pants and it was cold and I was standing in front of a fireplace and the pleather just sort of peeled and melted off, and it was just sort of like the polyester that was left behind, and I didn't realize until I got back home that night, and it was very embarrassing. So learn from my mistake. The next trend this winter is metallic accents. And what I mean by accents is just metallic accessories. So think metallic, like silver boots, silver or gold hair accessories, silver or gold, you know, earrings, jewelry, bags. I actually think it's a really cool way to spice up a wardrobe. I wouldn't go, you know, crazy overboard and buy everything in silver or brass or gold or whatever, but I think that having like a silver handbag or some really funky silver accessories, or even like, honestly, the silver boots actually look pretty cool. But I think there is a fine line between, you know, having a few really cool accent pieces or accessories and then looking like, you know, sort of like someone out of a music video or something like that. So obviously there is a fine line, but it is very popular. It's very trendy at the moment. I am seeing a lot of people with these silver sort of round hobo bags. They are very popular at the moment. That's probably the one thing I would bother investing in, because I think that that would go with, you know, a classic black dress, or if you're wearing something sequined, you know, for a festive event, I think the silver bag could go with quite a few options. So this could be a fun way to jump on a trend this season and just, yeah, see what takes your fancy. Next trend I'm going to share for this season is textured knits. So think like a beautiful textured, like a cable knit jumper or a cardigan, or a beautiful like knit dress or knit maxi skirt. This is trending at the moment, and I really like more textured knits. I especially love the Polo Ralph Lauren cable knit jumpers and the cardigans. They're very expensive, unfortunately, but they are absolutely beautiful, and you can actually find, you know, the cable knit style at many other brands, but I love this trend for winter. I just think that there's something so luxurious and beautiful about a knit that has that sort of like detail, and I think it looks really high quality. And you can find, you know, textured knits in many different types of garments at many different price points. I love this sort of look in a white or a cream, so you can actually really appreciate, you know, the texture, and you can really see those finer details. But I also like textured knits in, you know, colors like a light brown or even like a light blue, and just so you can still kind of see the patterns in like the jumper or the dress and so on. And I think that this is a really great way to stay warm but look really on trend this winter season. So there you have it. 10 winter trends you can consider trying this season. If you think I missed something, please let me know in the comment section. I'd love to know your thoughts. Let me know if you are enjoying these videos. If you have any suggestions for future videos, please let me know. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and I can't wait to see you next time.